yeah. Um, so continuing on, Shalom again. Continuing on, this gonna be the part two for the previous lesson where I did. John 15 verse 19. It say, "If you are of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you." So if he was of the world, meaning he was doing the things, he was committing adultery, idolatry, you know, smoking weed, selling drugs. Um, if we see our next man girl, we go and we have sex with she, knowing that our next man girl. Um, Partying, liming, reveling. What it have again? What it have? Fornicated. Um, Coveting, you know, and so many things. The world would accept we like their own. They would say, hey, I want you. Come, you're all well and good with me. But because we know against that, everybody tend to shun us. They look down upon we, say, oh, you're a set of fucking rejects from society. Get the, you know, get, just leave. Like if we leave the earth goes, the earth going to be the best place ever. You know, like if the prophets, beginning with the apostles, are great millstone, leave the earth going to be the best place. Like we the worst thing that ever happened on earth. Meanwhile, you have a devil telling the children it's okay to be a faggot, you know. But we is the worst things. That is why I say the prophets, we get the best end of the bargain because why? They the best end. You know what better end than that. You know what better than that. Wait a better than that. Wait a better than that. Hey, even the apostles, I believe it's Peter and I can't remember the next one. They rejoiced to suffer for the Lord, if I'm mistaken, if it's Peter or Paul. I could look it up, always it's in Acts, but you know the story, you know. What are better than doing the correct thing for the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? But as I say, we've been given the shitty end of the bargain. Don't mind I have my nose kind of stuffy right now. I have a little cold, so it may seem like we get the shitty end of the bargain right now, but in the days to come, people are going to want to be what the prophets is. They're going to want what the prophets have because the prophets going to be glorified on a different scale, you know. So this 1 Corinthians 4 verse 9 says, "For I think that the Most High had set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed unto death." Because why? Some of us, beginning with the apostles, which the word apostle means sent away. Beginning with the apostles, you know, they'll go and die, you know. Some brothers go and die, some prophets, teachers go and die for the Lord's sake. Paul saying he said for the apostles last. The Most High said because the apostles, you have to understand something. When you read not Acts, no? It's Acts. Yeah, Acts chapter 5 verse, I read from 38, right? I read from 33. I read from 33. It says, "When they heard that, they were cut to the heart and took counsel to slay him. Then stood there up one in the council, said, one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space, and said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain. and all as many as obeyed him were scattered through and brought to naught. Alright? After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished. And all as even as many as obeyed him were dispersed. So you have to understand, it always had men rising up even back then to try and deliver Israel. Look, one rise up in the days of taxing to help Israel, you know, to help we, because we really supposed to be taxed. But watch what going with him, he dead. Then it have a next one called Theudas. He rose up and draw men after him. It doesn't say for what, you know. But whatever it was, he drew men after him. It had men that was looking for a way out from, since back then, under the hands of oppressors. Israel was always looking for a way out under the hands of the oppressors. You know? But what? They died, alright? They perished. The ones who didn't come up under the Lord. That is why Paul now saying, he think the Most High had set forth us the apostles last, because them come last in the end. And even now in these days, you have what? You had Malcolm X, you had your Martin Luther Kings, you had your Marcus Garveys, all these different riot groups to try and overthrow Esau government, and all of that fucking shit come to naught. And right now we had the apostles in the last. And now it's saying as it were appointed unto death. But now, I'm going to continue in this Acts chapter 5. I read over 37. It says, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee. And for the record, the word Judas per se is not a bad word. You know, people down here like to say, Judas! The word Judas is not a bad word. It's just Judah. It's Judah. But there's the Greek way of saying Judah. They say Judas. And the man Judas, what is his name, by? Judas Iscariot. That man was a wicked man, but the word Judas itself was not a bad word. It's not a bad name. It just means Judah, Yahweh. Alright? So it says, and drew away much people after him. I read it over. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of taxing. Because why? Israel not supposed to be under nobody taxing, to say. You know? And drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. Because why? He didn't come up in Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. Just like back then. He brought up two examples. Men who rose up to fight against the powers that be, you know, on a carnal level. You know. It came to naught. And the same thing happened now in these times. When you go back in the 60s, 70s, early 80s, you know. It came to naught. It says, but if it be of the Most High, he cannot overthrow it, lest happily be found even to fight against the Most High. Alright? And you can't fight against the Most High. You know? So, that is now what Paul the Apostle now saying. I'm going to go back in 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9. It says, for I think that the Most High had set forth us, the apostles, last. Why last? Because as I now read the history, it had men in the earlies looking for a way out. But it's through the apostles of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai how Israel going. That is how Israel going and get a way out. You know? As it were appointed unto death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, unto angels, unto men. We are fools for Yahushai's sake, but ye are wise in Yahushai. We are strong, we are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst, and are naked and buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor working with our own hands, But reviled, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer, being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world and of the offscouring of all things unto this day. Alright? That is what we are made as. The filth of the world and as the offscouring um, of all things unto this day. So yeah, people go and watch you like you're shit. They look at the prophets worse than they look at actual bums who homeless. They look at we worse than that. But we had the best job at the end of the day. You understand? It's the best job. You can't ask for a better job than being a prophet of the Lord. Because in the end, what you going to receive, no one knows. No one knows but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. In Romans 8 and 18, a very beautiful scripture. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings, like what I now read about, being defamed, we entreat, the obscuring of the world, the filth of all things, being appointed unto death, no certain dwelling place. Alright? Romans 8 and 18, for I reckon that the sufferings, yeah, all them things is sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Who is the us? The men and them who sign and crying for the Lord's sake, for righteousness' sake, because people ain't crying for righteousness' sake, people doing as their heart tell them. You see, that is what's wrong with the world. You know what's wrong with the world? Selfishness. Alright? Selfishness is what's wrong with the world. You're not supposed to be so selfish and self-centered. This is why Paul, the apostle, wrote this in 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 3. Chapter 3 verse 1. 2 Timothy 3 and 1. It says, I know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And here why perilous times shall come in the last days. It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. And you see that selfishness. You know? And hey, you could even go into polyman thing. Men loving men and all. But people selfish as hell out here. They just want to do what their flesh tell them. Them in studying to think about, wait, if I do something like this, I might hurt somebody else. So let me don't do it. Nah. My flesh want to be pleased at this present moment. Let me please it. So if a woman coming wrong here, I want to please my flesh. What to do? Studying myself. And all of that is what's wrong with the world. They love the self more than anything else. They can't see past the friggin' self. They die by the scripture say, 2 Ezra 8 and 50, for many great miseries shall be done unto them that in the latter time shall dwell on the earth, because they have walked in great pride. Selfishness, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. So perilous times going to come, because these are the things that going to be happening on the earth. You're going to have people unthankful. You did something for somebody and they have no thanks in the mouth to actually say, hey, thanks, boy.